Hi, I'm Niall from Gulfstream Boat Sales. This is a 2016 Piscator 580 powered by a Suzuki 100 horsepower EFI 4-stroke outboard. This is a one-owner boat. It's a fantastic coastal fishing boat. It's got self-bailing decks. It's 19 foot long with a beam of 7 foot 10 inches, rated to carry up to 8 passengers. And to my mind, it would make a fantastic alternative to something like a Warrior 175. I know how popular those Warriors are in this part of the world. The Piscator isn't quite as well known a brand, but it's heavier, it's more sturdy, rated to carry more passengers. It's got self-bailing decks as well, which the Warrior, to my knowledge, doesn't have. And for those reasons, I think it could be a brilliant and almost better alternative to the Warrior 175. So this one's a one owner example. We're going to take a walk around it now. I'm going to show you the condition that it's in, show you some of the features on board, and hopefully help you figure out whether this might be the right boat for you. So this is actually the second Piscator 580 that we've had in for sale in the last, I think within the last year actually. They were supplied originally by the same dealer in the west coast of Ireland, 2016. If you search my YouTube channel or my website, you'll see that other boat that we sold last year. I think I do chat a bit more about the model, but I want to focus kind of on this particular boat and the condition and things. But yeah, they're a very good boat. They're built in China, but obviously finished off here in Ireland. They're CE certified. They are built to a high standard. Boat weighs something like 750 kilos without the engine, so it's a good solid boat. Good deep V hull on it as well. As I said, self-bailing decks, really nice walk-around side decks on it, stainless steel hardware, nice seating and things, so really good sea boat. And with 100 horsepower in the back of it, this one's going to get up on plane quickly, have enough power to do a bit of water sports as well. So if you wanted to use it as a family day boat, you could do that as well. But this is a one-owner boat, fairly low hours. We're estimating sub 200 hours. Just having a bit of difficulty getting the hours off the clock at the minute, but sub 200 hours is our estimate. It's got a nice grey hull colour band, big chunky PVC rub rail, high stainless steel guardrails around the bow, stainless steel cleats as well. You got a stainless steel anchor locker up here and mirroring bollard. We'll take a look at that when we get up on board. Taking a look down the port side of it, it's in lovely condition. Hull bottom has never been anti-fouled, so it's the original gel coat finish, and that's all in good shape as well. This is an all aluminium trailer as well, UK supplied trailer, blue water trailers. Fully aluminium, so you don't have any corrosion or anything to worry about. Braked as well, and a roller coaster, so it's very easy to launch and recover this boat, even off a beach. All up towing weight is going to be something like, I would say, with the trailer, maybe 1,200 kilos or something. You'll be able to tow it behind most family vehicles without too much trouble at all. This has got a couple of Suzuki stickers on it, powered by Suzuki. They're a wee bit faded in the sunlight. You'd probably change those out if you wanted to. We could take those off, or you could get some new ones, I'm sure, off your local Suzuki dealer. But the rub rail is in good condition. The gel coat is in good shape down along this side as well. That's your Piscator graphic. A couple of wee minor scuffs and scrapes here and there, but nothing major at all. You've got stainless steel cleat here aft. You've got molded tread surfaces on the gunnels, an integrated rod holder here, so you can easily hop off and on the boat over the side. Great walk around side decks as well. We've got a fold out stainless steel boarding ladder, 2-step boarding ladder. Again, molded non-skid decking for the swim platform. Enough room there in front of the engine to walk across the splash well. So if you are swimming off the boat or whatever, you can make your way across the front of the engine bay. The splash well, I should say. You can see you've still got a decent V angle at the transom here as well. Very beamy boat, 7 foot 10 inches, so she's a very broad boat. Again, much broader than the likes of a Warrior. It makes her more stable in the water. Stern corner on the starboard side is in very good condition. Wee bit of scuffing on the rubber rub rail, but that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to protect the gel coat. Stainless steel cleat back here. You've got your builder's plate, 2016. So built 616, so built 2016, 2016 model. She's CE category C rated for 8 passengers plus gear. Maximum horsepower rating is 140 horsepower. This one's got the 100 horsepower on it, so she's no danger of being overpowered, but with that 100 horsepower, she's still going to get up on plane quickly. Starboard side is also in nice condition. A few more scuffs and things just down along this side. Most of these would actually sand out. We just didn't have time to do that. The owner wasn't really, he was happy just for us to advertise it as is, you know, sort of honest condition. But some of those wee scrapes, they would all sand out without too much difficulty, a bit of wet and dry. Piscator graphics in good shape on this side. Rub rail looks good. Bow rails are all good. You get your stainless steel cleat there. Stainless steel anchor roller as well. The bow is also nice. I mean, looking around this boat, I would even guess this could be sub 100 hours maybe, as opposed to sub 200 hours, but it certainly hasn't done a whole lot of work, that is for sure. So there you go. Really nice condition around the only thing you could really fault it on around the exterior is there was a vinyl graphic on the inside of these windows actually, which has just degraded a wee bit over time. What that was doing was just cleaning up. You can see where the windows are bonded in. They're screwed and bonded, and that vinyl graphic has just sort of flaked away a bit over time. But it would be very easy to fix if we did a vinyl graphic on the exterior of the window, and you just tidy that up. But it's purely cosmetic. There's no issues, like the perspex and everything is totally fine. The windows are fine, they're well bonded. Doesn't look like there's any evidence of any leaks or anything inside. It's literally just the actual vinyl. You can see it's actually in better shape here on this window for whatever reason. But yeah, that would clean those windows up. Other than that, the rest of the exterior of the boat looks really smart. So the engine is the Suzuki 4-stroke 100 horsepower EFI lean burn. Great reputation, these engines, for super smooth running, very quiet at idle, very fuel efficient, and good power to weight as well. It is a it's actually a 2015 build, but 2016 registered engine. It's got a 3-blade 21 pitch prop. Quite a big pitch actually. So I would say that gives the boat a good turn of speed. I haven't had a chance to get it on the water just yet, but I'd say that definitely gives it a good turn of speed. You could go smaller if you wanted to get something, you know, get it up on plane quicker, or if you're planning to do a bit of water sports. Skeg's in good condition. Paint finish on the outboard is immaculate. Even in around the transom, all looks really clean and tidy. You know, this boat, obviously, having never been anti-fouled, I would say it spent very little time in the water. Yeah, there's like a bit of road dirt on the bottom of that, but other than that, there's no barnacles or anything or evidence of any marine growth, so it's obviously been launched and recovered. So yeah, outboard's in great shape. We'll pull the hood off here a second. I'll show you what it looks like under the hood as well. So with the cowling off, this engine looks almost like new. No evidence of any work being undertaken of any. December 2015 is the build plate on it. Looks like it's never been touched from it, you know, like it hasn't had any major dismantling work, no spanner marks on any of the nuts or anything. There's your little fuel filter there. You've got your dipstick over here. Oil looks really clean actually. I think the owner did tell me it was serviced in the last 6 or 9 months or something, but that oil looks like brand new. Yeah, this thing definitely hasn't done a whole lot of work, for sure. This is a low hours package. It's just a bit disappointing the way that we can't get the clock. We'll show you when we get in there, but I can't get the clock to tell me the hours. But yeah, because it's definitely going to be super low hours. But a Suzuki dealer would be able to plug in and read the hours straight away. But anyway, that's the engine. Cable steering on it. We'll swing the steering when we get in, but everything in here around the back end, around that motor, looks absolutely immaculate. So stepping on board then, the first thing that strikes you is how spacious the boat is. I mean, it really is 19 foot long, just under 8 foot beam, and it makes the absolute most of the available deck space. There's tons of room in here. You've got a full width bench seat at the transom that'll easily accommodate 4 adults. You've got a folding pedestal seat at the helm and the forward passenger. Then you've got this enclosed forward cuddy cabin area. Now we've got a filler cushion in there at the minute, so you can make it up into like a big bed there. But if you take that out, you've got like U-shaped seating that'll accommodate another 3 or 4 people even. So tons of space on board, all molded non-skid, solid fiberglass floor. It's self-bailing as well, so I actually forgot to point out the scuppers in the transom, but there's 2 scuppers in the transom, so whenever the boat's underway, any water finds its way in here will automatically drain overboard. We've got stainless steel handrails here, obviously the rod holders. You've got rod storage in the gunnels. You have another stainless steel handrail. Seat cushions are removable back here, and it's all molded and on skid underneath, so if you are fishing off the boat, or if you're doing a lot of swimming or whatever, you can fire your cushions up into the cabin and people can climb in and out over the transom without getting the cushions wet or having to trod on them. To lift this up, you've got your removable fuel tanks, which I always like to see because it means you can keep a better eye on the condition of the fuel. That's the only thing that tends to upset these modern outboards is poor quality fuel or water in the fuel. But if you're using tanks like this, it means you can very easily, every time you fill up, you can look in, see is there any crap or water floating around the bottom of it, and if there is, very easily wash it out. So you've got a quick release fitting. There's your fuel line going to the engine. You can clip on there. That's a 25 litre tank. That's a second 25 litre tank. These tanks are both full to the throat here tonight as well. So you've got double the range, and if you're, you've always got a safety backup. There's probably room. There's a pile of fenders stored down in there. There'd be room to even get a third 25 litre tank in there if you wanted to. But you'd be surprised the range that you'll get out of that 25 litres with these engines. If you're just cruising, those things are burning maybe like 4 litres. Well, what are they burning? Maybe 5 litres an hour or something. You'd be surprised how far you can go on a 25 litre tank. There's your battery isolator switch in there and your battery box. So let's turn that on now. So battery isolator, or battery box, battery isolator. There's your deck drain. You can see the daylight in the corner possibly down in there. It's your deck drain. And you've got one on the other side as well. So tons of storage space in here. There's the base mount for your ski tow pole. Again, another good feature that both the Piscators that I've had through here have had. So you got your ski towing eye, high level ski towing eye, so it keeps the tow rope away up above the engine. It also helps if you're training kids or whatever to get up on skis or a wakeboard. The extra height helps them get up out of the water. Little folding anchor light there as well. Everything's nice and clean and tidy. We've got storage under the floor. Just a lined storage box. You could use that as like a live well or bait well or something if you wanted to. And then moving forward, you've got this huge cuddy cabin. This is my eye level, so you're standing up looking over the top of the cabin. You've got rails up on top here. I don't know if you can hang onto them if you're heading up the side decks, or you could potentially strap something onto the roof. You got handrails on the back of the cabin roof as well. And then nice, simple helm station layout. So sitting here, you're looking straight through the screen. You can pop your head out the side as well to look forward. Or as I said, if you're standing at the helm, you've got a good view over the top of the roof. Steering is nice and light. Yep, that's all nice and light. Throttle and shift. That's your throttle, shift, all good. Safety lanyard, and then if we key on, see what normally happens with the Suzuki when you key on, the little needle moves to show you the number of hours, but it's not moving at all. Now, I don't know why that's doing that. That's just the way it is, but possibly it means like it hasn't done enough hours to start registering, but I think that's probably beyond the realms of possibility. But I must ask the owner, this thing definitely looks like very low hours. I mean, there's no electronics or anything on it either. Normally, if somebody was using these boats a lot or doing a lot of fishing or whatever, they would have some sort of electronics on it. So the fact there's no electronics on it whatsoever, and no sign of any electronics ever being on it, you know, there's every chance this boat has done next to nothing. Trim gauge is working there. All the little status monitors are working, so when you key on, all your alarm, all the lights illuminate and then they go out. So you know that you've got no issues there. And then 2 switches here, probably for the navigation lights, I would imagine, and bilge pump, I would suspect. Leave them on and we'll have a look at the nav lights when we're out there. Are there nav lights on this boat? Maybe it's just the anchor light. I'll have to have a wee look at that. So there you go. Nice, basic, simple, straightforward helm station, all in very good condition. Okay, so let me show you the walk around. So you've got this little pocket here where you can step into for getting up onto the side deck. Side deck itself is nice and wide. You've got the guardrail comes up to sort of shin height, and you've got this handrail here to hang on to in the cabin roof. And there's tons of space up on the foredeck here. So you've got this mirror bollard here, anchor locker with stainless steel hinges and clips. You get your anchor in there, bit of road on it as well. Stainless steel anchor roller. So it's very easy to launch and recover your anchor. Room to fish from if you wanted to stand up here and do a bit of fishing. As you go further forward, the rails come up higher, so they're above knee height. You can also access your bollard through the opening hatch on the front of the cabin. So if it's a bit too rough for you to come up here, you can just reach out there and work with your anchor as well out through the window. So yeah, really nice walk around side deck on it. Makes it very easy for walking around the bow of the boat. Just one quick thing on this helm station. This is an odd key switch as well. So you key back to eliminate your gauges. This might have something to do with the reason why it's not reading hours here. Anybody who's more familiar with Suzuki might be able to explain this, but you basically key to the left anti-clockwise to key on the ignition, and then you push the key in to start the engine. I'll just do it here briefly to show you. And that's how you turn it off. So this is new to me. I haven't come across this before. That might explain why this works slightly differently, but again, a Suzuki dealer or something could certainly explain it. And if you plug in the engine, you'll be able to read the hours. Just wanted to show you that. Okay, so taking a look around the cabin then, we have, so this footwell goes up here. We've got the filler cushion in place at the moment. Just while we're down here, you get a little storage bin and underneath the dash as well. So you can store odds and ends in there. It also makes it really easy to install electronics. If you wanted to add a fish finder or a chart plotter or VHF radio, it's very straightforward to do that. And then you've got these little cushiony ones at the end, probably big enough for a couple of kids to stretch out in here. Storage in there. Cushions are all in perfect condition. There's storage underneath this one as well. There's a couple of big long dock lines, and I would suspect there's possibly storage up here. No, it's just solid in there. That's solid. And there's your opening catch on a gas strut as well. 2 gas struts. You can flip that up and keeps it open. They seem pretty solid, those struts too. So if you wanted if it was a really nice day and you want a bit more air, you're just tootling along at trolling speed, you want to air out the forward cabin area, you can do that too. And then this consists of a big cushion and 2 flat boards. So, and it's just a footwell underneath there. So there you go, storage up the sides, on both sides as well, for all sorts of odds and ends. So yeah, it does make the most of the available space, this boat. Tons of room for sliding gear up inside the gunwales, onto the seats, up the sides of the cabin, that whole back end storage area as well. So there's tons of storage room throughout the boat. The trailer is rigged with submersible lights as well, submersible LED lights, wired up to a standard 7-pin trailer socket on the bow. So, and there's also a bunch of straps included. Yeah, standard 7-pin plug. So there are a bunch of straps included, and a prop bag as well. So it is ready to go to the water, this boat. It's all there. The fenders and dock lines are all included, the anchor and roads included as well. And it's literally ready to hook on and head to the water. There's your deck scuppers as well. Just want to point those out. So that's your 2 deck scuppers, there and there. So any water finds its way on that deck, we'll just bail overboard. You've obviously got an inner hull there as well. You can drain that out whenever the boat's out of the water. And there's your bilge pump. Big heavy duty bilge pump down in there as well, with an automatic float switch on it. And everything looks nice and clean and tidy. So there you go, that's our 2016 Piscator 580, 19-foot fishing boat, come day boat with the Suzuki 100 horsepower outboard. Hopefully it's obvious from the video that this boat has done, I would say, almost nothing. It's unfortunate we can't get the exact hours because I'd say they're super low. And if you want to get the boat inspected or surveyed, you're welcome to do that. If you want to get somebody to come along, plug into the engine, do a structural survey, mechanical inspection, no problem whatsoever. If you are interested in the boat and you want to come and see it, if you want to discuss a survey or a sea trial or talk about a trade-in, part exchange, or the logistics of getting this boat home, then please don't hesitate to give us a shout. We will be happy to help you try and make the buying process as easy as possible. The best way to get me is by calling the number on the top of our website at gulfstreamboatsales.com, or you can send me an email to sales@gulfstreamshop.com, or you can follow the callback request form on our website, and I will contact you at a time that's convenient. I'm a really big fan of these Piscator 580s. As I said, I think they make a really sensible and fantastic alternative to a Warrior 175. I think they're better screwed together, they're more solidly built, and there's piles of room in them. They're rated to carry 8 passengers, and this whole package is really nice with the super fresh Suzuki 100 horsepower outboard, the trailer that's in great condition, and all the dock lines and fenders and all that sort of stuff. All you really need to do is screw some electronics into it if you wish, and go straight to the water. The owner is open to offers, and the boat's very seriously for sale. So we'd love to hear from you. If you're interested, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you find it useful.